Today, our reading lesson is focusing on comparing and contrasting. And some of you might be thinking right now, Miss White, we have learned about compare and contrast before this year. Why are we learning about it again? Well, compare and contrast is a really important strategy when we're reading, and it's really important that we revisit it throughout the year. As a review, compare and contrast. Compare tells how things are the same. Contrast tells how things are different. We can compare and contrast using a Venn diagram. And we can compare and contrast two different topics where we put the details of topic one on the left side, another topic on the right, and where they overlap in the middle is where we put similarities. In the past, we've worked with compare and contrast when we were thinking of characters. When we were reading the book Holes, we compared and contrasted two characters, Stanley and Zero. Some students in my small reading group have been working hard on comparing and contrasting a topic where people have different opinions on the topic. And this is, are zoos good or bad? And they have been learning a lot of reasons why zoos are really good. And also, unfortunately, some reasons zoos aren't good. So today I want to teach you that as researchers read a few sources on a topic, they compare and contrast those texts, noticing how they portray the topic in similar and different ways. Today, we are going to work on this skill. You are all going to compare and contrast two different pieces of text. The texts will both be on the same topic. However, they will focus on different subtopics, and you will have to compare and contrast those subtopics. So at this time, I would like you to grab either a notebook or a whiteboard, draw out a Venn diagram, and on the left, in the left circle, write text 1. On the right circle, write text 2. Pause the video to get your supplies. I am going to begin reading text 1. As I'm reading text 1, please make sure you're jotting down notes in the text 1 circle. Let's begin. A hurricane is a dangerous storm. This type of strong storm has high winds. It can bring a large amount of rain. Hurricanes are dangerous because they are very large storms. They cover a wide area as they move. There are steps to take before a hurricane hits. It is important to watch the news and have a plan. Before a hurricane hits, board up windows. Bring in outside pets and furniture. Create a supply kit with first aid equipment, food, and water. Flashlights and batteries are good supplies to have in a hurricane. The high winds in hurricanes sometimes make the power go out. These are helpful tools when there is no electricity. During hurricanes, it is important to stay inside. Stay away from windows. If there are warnings to evacuate or leave your home because of danger, follow the directions. After the hurricane, stay inside until it is safe to go outside. Check on neighbors to see if anyone is hurt. Stay with the adults in charge who can tell you what is safe. They will tell you how to help. Hurricanes are dangerous storms because they are large and sometimes slow moving. There are important steps to take to prepare and to be safe during and after the storm. It is important to be aware and ready. At this time, I would like you to reflect on the main ideas that were covered in text 1. Please pause the video to discuss. Text 2. As I'm reading this text, please jot down notes on your Venn diagram in the text 2 circle. There have been many devastating hurricanes to hit the United States. These hurricanes are famous in a bad way. They have been large disasters. Hurricane Katrina was a deadly storm in 2005. It hit New Orleans, Louisiana. The storm was stronger than anyone thought it would be. The lakes around New Orleans had too much water and it flooded homes. The damage was so expensive. Many people lost their homes. Many people lost their lives. Hurricane Sandy was a large storm that hit in 2012. It hit New Jersey and the New York City area. Many other states were affected by the storm, but the worst damage was in the Northeast. Streets and subways flooded. Many businesses and homes were destroyed. Hurricane Harvey was a destructive hurricane that hit the Houston, Texas area in 2017. It moves very slowly, so it stayed in one area for a long time. The powerful storm rained over 50 inches. It flooded the city and many small towns. Thousands of people had to be rescued out of their homes. Many hurricanes do not bring as much damage as these hurricanes did. Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Sandy, and Hurricane Harvey are just a few of the most notable ones in the United States. That was text 2. Make sure that you've wrote down some information on text 2 in your Venn diagram and start to think about the similarities between these two texts. Pause the video. Now, we are going to compare and contrast these texts and share out our ideas. What were the details of text 1? What were the details of text 2? And how are these two texts similar? Great job, Team Persevere.